Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it, Matt? And hi, Will. How are you going today? Look, it's really interesting to sort of see how this STEP program is going to allow businesses to get back up and running. A lot of us here in Australia, we were late to the party, as it were, as far as the coronavirus, but we're one of the first to sort of start coming out of that virus. So I think it's really fantastic that we are. Markets are always looking forward. They're always looking forward in 12 months and even longer. And some of that RBA data is suggesting that later on in 2021 and beyond, we will start to see some growth going forward. But it's very, very difficult at the moment because analysts are really flying blind and investors are flying blind because we're not seeing a lot of earnings coming out of the market. And that's really tough because companies have turned around and basically said, we're not going to give any earnings guidance. And that's going to be really tough for analysts and investors to make any decisions moving forward.
Talk to us about the post-COVID world and what looks good. I imagine that banks are perhaps going to be out of favour, given that we've, of course, seen deferred dividends. And when you're looking for something attractive when it comes to a yield play, banks perhaps out of favour?
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, what we're looking for is some positives, and we'll talk about the negatives, and then we'll talk about the positives. But certainly the negatives, the materials sector, consumer staples, and other those kinds of areas are really going to be underperforming going forward. But we certainly do look for those ones that are going to do well. And in a post-COVID environment, we would certainly look for, obviously energy sector to do quite well. And obviously, then some of the other sectors that we might like to see going forward will be the healthcare sector. And we see some of the discretionary retail sector also might have bottomed out a little bit. So we do feel that there will be some positive moves going forward, but it's certainly going to be tough, Matt, going forward.